Welcome to the Rome Assembly Walkthrough by Aero Systems West. Part 1, Frame Kit. Moving on to Step 3, notice on the carrier board where the arm assembly will be secured. At this stage, the assembly is only being held together by the carrier boards. Use extra care when handling, as the frame components are not yet installed. The arm mounts underneath the carrier board. This step uses 3 screws per arm, for a total of 12 screws from hardware bag A. Align each arm with the laser etch mounting positions on the carrier board. It's important to begin by installing 2 screws by hand without thread locker to establish alignment. Install the 3rd screw with thread locker. Then remove the first 2 screws one at a time, apply thread locker, and reinstall. Once all 3 screws are installed, tighten them securely. Repeat this process for all 4 arms. Something to note is that now that we have our drone taking shape, we will start referring to it with compass orientation. North refers to the front of the aircraft where the GPS mast is located. South is the rear. East and west refer to the right and left arms when the drone is facing north. Moving on to Step 4, we're going to assemble the upper frame using hardware from Bag D. Something to note, these screws may look similar, but they are longer than the screws in Bag A, so make sure you're using the correct hardware. The frame plates sit north and south. The handle plates sit east and west, underneath the frame plates. We find it easiest to first mock up the orientation of the upper frame assembly on the table, then grab 2 pieces at a time and loosely thread the screws into place on the arm spine. And to make sure you are using the correct hardware, you can see that only hardware D is long enough to go through both of the upper frame components and still be able to attach to the carrier board. The upper frame assembly will be mounted on top of the carrier board. The mounting positions are aligned with the spines on the arms. Slide the handle plate underneath the frame plate and install the screws loosely. We hand thread the screws without thread locker first to allow for alignment and help prevent cross-threading. These handles will also be the safest place to pick up your Rome moving forward. A reliable way to identify the orientation of the drone, even before the GPS mast is installed, is that the Aero Systems West ASW logo mark points north. Repeat this process for the second frame plate and handle plate using 8 screws total. Once all components are in position, go back to the first screws, remove them one at a time, apply thread locker, and tighten all hardware securely.